Final Fantasy. Eepa, Eepa, Eepa. Oh shit! I just realized I gotta freaking do the voices for this thing. Lord. Okay. This war of ours, Alpha Node has reached a decision. I'm off to a great start. You gotta be shiting me. You know what? As much as I'd want to do that right now, no, I'm not gonna get rid of the Alexander quest right now. What is it? What is this? No. Well, maybe. I gotta get rid of one of these things. Why is there a limit? I get why, but why? Oh, I'm not getting rid of that. No, I need to keep up with that. I need to do that eventually. Alright, just abandon this one for right now. I'll come back to it later. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others of the Rising Stones, especially, Philemon. That's right, that's her mother. I will brief the Taro over on what we have learned, as well as Irigan Jer. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Yuzaru, after all you have done, I would say you have earned the rest. Oh, word? Say less. Ah, but speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Amric while you were away. Would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Perhaps you should pay him a visit. Okay. Jewish God. What am I? There you go. Jewish God. Ishi God. Are you, what are you? You're a miner. Okay. Say, what are you wearing, sir? Why am I, taking the long way? Oh, that's the right place. Thank you. To the Forgotten Knight. Or is it more... Oh no, not the Forgotten Knight. The... What's this called? Congregation. Oh, my afternoon. The Lord Commander left instructions that you would be shown inside. I don't know if this is my voice or not. I don't remember what I gave a voice to you for. Playful voice. Give me a break in the beginning.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst.
Yeah, you should have. You really should have.
Were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child? Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
Ooh, a dragon dinner, perhaps? That sounds bad. A dragon...
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any...
potluck.
And it is only right...
That sounds bad, too.
But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance.
Bodyguard. Okay.
I have no wish to invite the worm's ire, but if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
That is true. Oh god, you good?
'Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots.
Good.
The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
I
knew you would understand.
Of course I would.
The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest.
Where's that at?
Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations, even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all.
I normally would do this with a hoodie on, or my hood on, but get off me.
A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Yeah. We'll get some water and some juice. Just don't die on me in between then. I promise you, if you die on me, I'll never forgive you. I've lost too many people to these darn dragons. And dragon supporters, I guess. Or heretics, or whatever you want to call yourselves. Beep, 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 beep. Falcon's Nest. Falcon's Nest. There it is. Beep, beep, beep. Beep. Bum. Winter is coming. I've been doing a lot of quests. I've gotten my machinist to level 60, so only 20 till his stopping points. I'm going to stop him all at 80 still. The Lord Commander said you would come, Yazari. As you can see, preparations for the conference proceeding apace. Apache. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Amic will assemble which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the results. It was not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. All of us. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go, rest. I will not keep you. I don't get tired. I'm a god slayer. Loopy. Staunch conviction. Lucia's concerned that you seem to be looking for something to do. Always. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from afar and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Menelaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must need to turn to my duties. Okay. Talked to you already. You were the first one I talked to when I came over here, I think. I am glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Master Nun, and fear not. I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Oh boy. The last thing we need is any sort of dragon-human interaction that's violent. Do you know everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Amic was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our life, to change things, and he'll do it by the fifth. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Oh, okay. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being buried in a dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past. So hearing that we're close to a reconciliation goes at a great relief. One man's worried, the other one's praising, and the other one's just happy everything's happened. Nice. Oh, Tony! You're still alive. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me that then that we would soon be hosting the peace conference, I would have thought you were a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Huh. And here I am laboring to make it so. Yes, you are. Lord Artorio, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Hey! Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party has instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Please take me! They will defy Sir Amy's commands! They dare attack Godofnir! It will not come to that. But to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortham's present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emmanuel while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlucky to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Oops, excuse me. Emmanuel. Once more, a favor. Emmanuel is less than his usual effervescent self. Words. What else in my eye? There we go. Where am I? Oh. Busy at the moment, old boy. Guarding his tavern, as it were. Well, I see now. Artorio thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, maybe I might put you to a proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls will be kept safe for travelers. Yet I have been forbidden. Are you serious? What's going on in my eye? From leaving Falcon's nest. I almost said rest, because I can't see. There we go. Ah, my eye. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, oh no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not call the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right. There. Those are the points our scouts mark for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old boy. Come, Honorwhite. I must return to my rounds. Rounds of drinking? Oh dear. Be careful, my lord. I don't think I've ever given him a voice where I've heard him speak. Honorwhite, that is. I don't know what that was. It's warm. I'm wearing a hoodie, dumbass. Oh, see you then. Whee! Yeah. Ah! Not you too! I don't know what it is. Hey, Ghost Wolf. Bye, Ghost Wolf. Oh my goodness, look at that damage. You man alone! This I do none. Wolfbane, it pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds, and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a good little fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that awesomeness confess? Oh, yeah, Thancred. Thancred, was it? Yeah, he was asking about you. Anyway, once I noticed the gosh weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you're here, he might still be there. Why would you just not let him wait for me? That's dumb of you. Hey, man, Elaine. But I get it. He looked strong. You didn't want to do it, so you sent my boy. Shame. Shame on you, Madeline. Oh, gosh, hold on. I like these headphones, but gosh, they are not the most comfortable ones I felt in my ear. They sound great, though. Maybe my ears are just tight. I want to trap my controller. Which technically is a microphone. Okay, that's better. A little bit. Just massage the ear. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Danny! Fancy meeting you here, Yazaru. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against a wolf on their own. The young poet wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let's return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see what other fitting task he may have for us. Hopefully none. Y'all, I've been thinking. I'm on TikTok a good bit, right? Every time I'm on there, I always see Elden Ring content, and I'm just thinking to myself, one, I have a feeling this game is definitely going to be a game of the year, because every time I see footage on it, I'm literally hooked. Because it's so, like, it feels like it's over the top even for a Souls game, and I love it. Gosh, some of the katana skills or whatever they're called I see on there that's happening, I'm just like, give me it. I desire this. I crave it. I want it. But I'm too busy playing other games. But I at some point, I definitely got to get that sucker. God, I got to get that sucker. I just want to play it on. So I don't even care about streaming. I just want to play it. Gosh, that game, man. And there they are. A pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms reunited at last. Excuse me. By your selfless sacrifice, have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not much to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. You get a respite. I don't get nothing. For those who are lost, Hermana Lane seems rather pleased with himself. Oh, and this should of course go without saying, let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Arteria wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks have been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? Yeah, for once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Izadu. I will join you anon. Where you going, buddy? Yeah, great. Oh, cutscene. I thought it was dead. I thought the guy on the floor was dead. Hello there.
Welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Yes, I shall.
Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
Thank you. You know, I'm not really like cold. Good.
Afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
Makes sense. Makes sense. No rush.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here.
Oh, shut my controller again.
My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. What the heck you put in this coffee, lady? Oh, Lord, jeez.
You all right, my love? You look tired.
Wait a minute. I don't trust your voice now. What you do to me, lady?
I say you're dead.
Oh, you cold-hearted son of a B-word. I'll get you for this. God dang, how long it take me to knock out?
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
I'm the warrior of light. How does poison still get me? I'm a ninja too. Like, are you serious? I'll get you for this. You'll die 1,000 deaths.
Never your fight.
But now it is, you mother breaker.
My son. They told me he walks in Alone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
Or he walks in. Never mind, let me stop.
They told me the same.
Depending on how good the soldier was, he might be walking somewhere else.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth.
That noise.
Peace.
Thought I heard something.
Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
You gotta be kidding me. My phone keeps doing that. Stop it.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I!
Not I, said the fly.
I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
You guys are just as bad as Nidhogg.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks?
They didn't have any reason to. They didn't start this fight. You guys did. Well, your ancestors did.
Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
Not forgotten, but forgiven, hopefully. This is some bull. I can't believe this.
I will not let that happen.
Oh, gasp, audible gasp.
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
You're the reason that the war is going to continue, lady.
Hey! This is no time for napping.
Mama, wait 5 more minutes, please. Father? No. Oh, God. I had too much drink last night, thank you. Let me tell you. Where the hell was everybody at?
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Crisis? What you talking about, man? It's peace right now. Hmm? Lady, what are you gonna do?
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart.
It's hot as fudge in this house.
All your
Pretty sure I got my air on, but I don't know why. It feels so daggone hot.
Cry out for
Whew, that was a lot better now.
your blood boil at the
I'm just going on the floor until I figure out what to do with you.
Remember the face of your
Back at it.
brothers and sisters. Remember it and strike back.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
That's close enough, I think.
Yes,
Yeah, that bitch. No. No. Alright, time to die, girl. Oh, he was actually gonna go for it. I thought he was gonna give like a warning shot or something.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward.
Girl!
This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear.
Keyword is death.
I spit on your choices, nobleman. You will take no more from me. No more. No more.
Please don't jump. Please don't jump. I was joking. Don't jump. Please don't jump. This is not... Oh. Well, she didn't jump. But she ain't breathing no more.
What have you done?
I tell you to kill her, you stupid idiot!
I only I did as you ordered, my lord.
No, you didn't. Uh-oh. Ooh, it's about to get real. Oh no, not a Mandalane, don't. He's the younger brother. Oh God, please, no, no, no.
No such order? I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Don't hurt him, don't hurt him. And Mandalane, just get out of there, just go. Oh, they're all looking at him like they want to beat the living crap out of them. I don't like this. Please don't do any harm to a Mandalane. He did not do anything at all. I get poisoned for 1 second, this is what happens. Yes, say, that could not have gone. That could not have played out any worse. Given that the first commander and Lord Arturiel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said that they will be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord and Mandalane has retreated to the barrack and is refusing to speak to anyone. Yeah, I figured that. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. And kill some if we have to. No, we won't kill any. Alright, let's go, be some deterrents, shall we? You there, good sir. What seems to be on your mind? Okay, you're a woman. Rose, the young lord was a drinking fool, so thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest. Well, I seen him and saw Emmett take that bloody change and shoot at the horses. I'll not be taking him by that rod again. You don't know the full story, so watch your mouth. Hey, what's up, Highborn Merchant? How you feeling? My wife and I fell while playing with the others at first. The Churagans tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Dare I say I liked things better when it was older. Picture you old chap. Hey you, knight, what's on your mind? They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it? Or will there be others like them and their true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. You killed heretics, I'm imagining, right? So you probably have already done it, so... I feel so much better now with that hot jacket off of me. Well, what say you? Listen, man, everybody's confused, everybody's mad, everybody's irate. So the violence has passed, but people are far from recovered. That is to be expected, yeah. For a moment it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Oh yeah, sorry about that thing, Creed. Whoa! Hey yo, what are these? Man, I don't know, but I like this Sammy sword. I can augment it with some dye. Oh, hold on. Jetpack that sucker. Drawing. Oh my god, I have found Zangetsu. Zangetsu. Sorry. Having a weed moment. Consequences. Dankry would like nothing more than to leave the Falcon's Nest behind. So would I. But we gotta be here, apparently. Lord Arturiel and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. The first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emanuele, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. That's my eye. I hate my eyelashes. They always in my eye. Hey, buddy. How does he look in the face? Hey, that's not one of me. Hey, Luce. Cutscene. Which I probably got a voice. My apologies, Yazadu. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be a time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emanuel ordered shot. Once, she and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Ooh. Still, others took their own life. Ooh. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Okay. I mean, protesters are civilians too, but still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The Chirurgans are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Oh, I don't know if I read that right. Well, if the movement of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seemed disillusioned. You spoke with them, then? I see. Sir Amic places trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. Into the past. We may pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference. No, pending Sir Amic's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Desire, will you deliver my reports to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emanuel. You're going with him. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honorit. Your man Summit is not here. In fact, I haven't seen him for some... Honorit? Honorit! I could have sworn he was... They wouldn't dare. Oh, please don't tell me they did something to him. Buddy? Honorit? I don't like this. Where are you? Honorit? Maybe he's over here? Oh, please, for the love of all that is holy, don't let something happen to this little child. What the fuck is he? Hey, nah, seriously, where the heck is he? Yo, Honorit! Where you at, man? Honorit! Where you at? Okay, no, seriously, where the heck is he? Honorit! Where the hell is he? Of course, Behemoth. On my nose, it just... Where, oh where has my Honorit gone? There he is. You okay, kid? Whoa, what is wrong with you? What they do to him? On a wall. Oh, well, too late to get his name right, it seems. Please tell me he's not dead.
No. What have they done to you? Onowa! Onowa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay.
He was doing his job and y'all had to do that to him?
They took issue with my request.
I don't like that.
Gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Honorroyd?
Onowa?
On a wall.
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Chirurgeon. Big words that I don't know.
We were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces?
Hey, man. War.
Want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Not killer, but...
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Whoa! Hey!
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Hey, man, back up. Don't do that. Damn! You got to hit on that hard?
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
It's like Dante from Devil May Cry, man. I respect that. Honestly, it's kind of... Never mind. Are you good, Madeline? Hey, walk it off, alright? You deserve that, too. You want to talk about it? Alright, cool. Oh boy, this has hit the fan really quickly. Whee! Hey, what's up, man? Listen, you wanna talk too? I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. It's becoming hysterical. You want to talk about hysterical? Okay. I understand the desire to look for reasons, or excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there's not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. But he... Hey, listen, I ain't gonna judge you for what you did. You were right. He needed that. Also, I want that katana. Please tell me there's ninja so... Now see, here's the thing. Oh my gosh, you can't tell me these suckers don't look sexy. I'm not even a monk, but also... Wait, what do these ones look like? There's nothing even special about them, honestly. Yo, the Hellfire Claws. I gotta get some Hellfire Claws. I gotta get some Hellfire Claws. I'm gonna dye them, hold up. Yeah, jet black. Of course. It ain't gonna change like what the color of these things are. Oh, it does a little bit. Oh, yo. Yo. I'm getting the Hellfire Claws. Anyway, torches. Torches. Sorry. Torches. Fire critters lost all creatures with Lord and Meddling. Oh boy, that's not a good thing you want to read. I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Where the heck is he? I'm gonna punch him in the face again. Where is he? Oh, Ishgard. It's getting dramatic in Ishgard. Is that a mid-mage? It is. I want to say, what the heck are you? Oh, shoot. Speaking of freaking class, I'm level 60. I can finally get those things. I can get Shire gear from my machinist. Hey, let's go. Yeah, let's go, bruh. Also, what is this? Oh, stuck chocobo. You're expected, sir. Pray proceed. Hey, ooh, Dad's here. That's no bueno. Potential. What a demonstration and its resolution outstrips you, design. Every man, woman, a child of Ishgard has heard the tale. There's rumor that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? Well, here's the thing. Your son ordered a soldier to put down protests in the most non-peaceful way possible. I see. So that's the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. Yeah, he did. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. There it is. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, and only for that to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? But what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace is a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying in their excesses. I like the way that sounded, but how are you going to do that? A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other delusioned souls to retrace them. But, as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted at all. Yeah, they are. A clear, unambiguous enemy in an undeniably righteous cause. Is a bitter reflection, but lies though they were. They did not serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought of the ladies' exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. I don't know about that. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the gates of judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Word. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true. But if we should be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of three nations might be presented as a try. I hope I read that right. I hope I read that right. Very well. You may count on my support. For what little it is worth, however, I have a request. I would have my son Emmanuel take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. If somebody kills him in this tournament, that's on you. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Damn his desire, that's what I say. Now then, we have no time to lose, Yuzadu. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Did you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Got it. What do you think? That is the solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part will they have you play in this affair, I wonder? Yeah, good question. You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And while you oblige them, when the proposition is made, will you stand for Ishgard once more? I am not a man bought by a nation, I'm a man bought by my friends, which also sounds kind of weird. Excuse me, my goodness. A poor choice of words. For friends tried and true, then the living and the lost. So for this grand melee of Sir Amic wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go see for myself. Yeah, sure, that's what compels you to go see her, huh? Go see her? I'm on the table, what you gonna do about it? Well met, Yuzadu. Have you spoken with Sir Amic? I have. I was aware of the Alliance requests, so Sir Amic returned these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he has acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. That's fine. Don't invite Tony, the one with the broke leg? Yeah, no, he's not coming. There's my little way. Oh, okay. Sorry. Whee! Oh. Whee! Didn't even hurt. Hey, Hildy. Thank you for telling me all about Sir Amic's grand soiree. Seems we expect to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Look at Hilda. There we go. Well, well. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guest. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. We'll be fighting, too. Reckon it inspired the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I should just be split up and look for him. I will search foundation, and you the pillars. Okay. Ah, shite. Didn't mean to do that. Here it is. I think that's where it is. Hey, you okay, buddy? The kid Hunter waits to the manor. Our best chirurgeons are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely, surely he will. So father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family are making my decisions for me. Amen. No, it's not like that. It's just, I wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the man you want to be. Whereas I am a son of Possible Tom's. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Yeah, royal families and all that. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. So the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes. But not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, go at this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Hunterwhite, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, it was only me. Only me. In the end, it didn't even matter, Yazari. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Amic and I will make my own decision. Hurrah! Before I continue, hold on, I need the restroom really quickly. I'm gonna use the little boy's room. Be right back. Enjoy music. I'm back. That's right. What's left? There we go. Ooh-wee. Where are we? Sea clouds. Now, where the fudge sickles are we going? There we go. Okay. Market board. That is not the right thing. I clicked the first thing that looked like a thing for me. Excuse me. News. The little commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matters demands his personal attention? I'm the warrior of light. I see. Very well, you may enter. That's my headcanon now. Just say I'm the warrior of light wherever I go. Excuse me. Burps.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
I'm high. I can't remember anything now.
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers.
I just don't give a fuck now.
Punishment is to end. I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion.
Of course not. I tried to kill you for it.
He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
Okay. That's bullshit.
I want to believe I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
Was that the plan all along?
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
I'm a free agent.
An adventurer beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
No.
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
I'll kill anybody.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Oh, really? Sorry. Gods help me. I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And if you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded, with a look of boundless relief and joy, one would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. This is their fight and yours, but not mine. Clause. A spectacle for the urgers. The grand melee is poised to begin, and Lucia would not be late. Victory. Sir Amek informed me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The grand melee will be held here in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Izadu. We must not fail. An opportunity to see pictures of his allied forces. Outside of Cottonelle, perhaps, I would not miss for the world. Ah, PvP talk. How do you know about my PvP talk, Alphino? Not Alphino, Thancred. You know, I do love PvP a lot, but I'm good at it a little bit. Go. Oh, this way. Okay, hold on. For that, I'll be right back. One more thing I gotta do. Sorry. Be right back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Something was calling my attention, apparently. Now, be it to it. E-man! There he is. I said, whoa, that's angry. There he is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question. Nothing, never mind. Him. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of your soldier in battle. That I am. But what are you talking about? Hey, yo, hold on. What are you talking about, you man? What you gonna do? Let me guard somewhere? Just okay, sit right there. I have a hiccup now. I hate that. I hate hiccups so much. What am I saying? I just stopped imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Hunterwhite when he awakens. Oh, when he awakes. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what am I thinking of? Awakens? Wait. I'm here. Yeah. I am ready, old boy. Are you? Born ready. By the fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it is sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Potence in the battle. Okay, I don't care. Hey, Boom! You have got to be freaking kidding me with this. I don't like this. Oh, my ninja outfit back.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
Kill somebody, you go to jail. Alright? Everything else is legal. When a combatant is incapacitated, the company will be rewarded technical. Oh! Oh, do I get to fight them exactly? Or is it like... Okay, how's this gonna work? Unigram melee efficient, may mark certain combatants with the Fury's gauge of being a kid. Looking around to the company's flag. By defeating those combatants will award you. Oh, so go for the guys with the Aether thing. Okay, enhance. Okay, so they're enhancing us. Each. So mark me first, and we'll never lose. Simple.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
Yeah, sure, that. Make the fight roll on! Hey, there you three are. The lovely ladies.
All is ready then. Very well.
Animal.
Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Whoop whoop. Let's go. Oh, I don't get to fight Raubon. Bull. Him's moving. Ah, I'm an idiot. I was in the wrong one. Where is there he is? I got you, Lucia. They came in droves, didn't they? Oh, she's about to get stomped, yo. Ooh, my ear. The hell? Ooh. I just love an itchy ear? No, don't answer that question. She fell! You'll pay for that. Uh-oh. Guess it didn't matter. Oh, hell. So it comes down to this. What the? Cyclops! Cyclops! Everyone on the guard! Oh, that voice. All forces, fall back! Uppercut. Sure you can. If you get a melee, I will deal with him. Oh god. That sword. You heard the man. Back to it. All forces, form a line on Yazaru. No! I don't need a line. I was fine. You know who that is, right? Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, that's Raubon. What the? Well met. I will not lie, I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? I could have done better than that. Damn it all. I got this. Hold on 1 second, Raubon. Oh. Who the heck are you? Why are you fighting like what's his name? What do I feel like? Is that really a one-hit KO? Oh wow, that did nothing. Ah! And we won. There we go. The Mandalane.
Did he win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors. Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, really?
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance and together with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond.
There we go.
The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Excuse me.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them.
Hmm.
I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Yeah.
Fear not, Sir
God dang, what the heck going on with these yawns?
Nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Rauban.
Stretch the legs.
On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
Our insurrection and your father's betrayal.
That is a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Aye, the people.
Look at that adorable little Lalafell.
Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Thanks, Nani. Mo. Chose.
Well.
Oh god, also.
Refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
Hey, thanks, dog. You killed a Cyclops? I bet you did.
Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
They helped a little bit, too. Oh, talking about straining stuff. What happened to you?
'Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
Oh, don't dwell on that, buddy. Nope, one. Raubani! What's up, bro? Yeah, sorry I had to put the little whooping on you, but I had to do what I had to do. Balls! I had forgotten what it's like to feel so alive. That's... Wait, did you cut your hair a little bit? Oh, no, it's the same. Okay. Not since leaving the Blood Sands I've had the privilege. Not since the boar of Alamingo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different. But I do not begrudge you in your victory. I know how far you have come, how much you have endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day when time allows. Just look forward to it. Now go. Go to the Ishgardians to celebrate your victory. You have earned it. Come, Pippin. The race is expecting us. Lead on, father. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Wait, what do I have? Oh, that's Lovely Mints. Said your goodbyes. Oh, whoop, that was Tancred. In all these years, I have known Rauban. I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Defeat? Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? These guardians have claimed this symbolic victory, and the Alien Alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud of you. You made this happen. I know. Money. You have learned the emote victory. Nice. Ooh, more stuff that I can't use. For those we can yet see, Sir Aymeric is beaming with pride. Okay, y'all, hold on one more second. I'm taking a lot of little interruptions. Sorry about that. Something is now calling me. So I will... I muted it before saying I will be right back. Sorry about that. Bit of a urgent but not urgent, non-urgent phone call, but it still needed my attention nonetheless. Anywho, back to fantasy. The real, real important factor today or tonight. Not 8 minutes. Right, let's see how much we can get done within 8 minutes. 8 minutes. For those we can yet see, Sir Aymeric is beaming with pride. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There is naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits. Oh, cutscene. Whoa, my gosh. What's going on? What the hell's wrong with him? Hey, Madeline, is you good?
My lord.
Polaroids. Autoroids.
On a white.
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it. Which I have been told some women may find appealing.
Hey, that's somewhat true sometimes.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, yeah.
Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest.
Yes.
Peace with Race-Velga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Woo! Peace, peace, peace.
Lord Commander.
War. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely not.
Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
My face. Especially top down, it looked weird.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Stola and the others.
Oh yeah, that's right. What they've been doing these past couple of days, I guess. How long has it been for us and them?
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
No, you don't have to. I'd love to for you too, but you don't have to. I like his eyes. They're nice. Alfie, what's the news, buddy? They say you door General Raubon within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious, or that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Manfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it's best to keep to myself for a time. I am wont to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let us make the Falcon's Nest, and see if Lord Artorial has need of our assistance. Okay. Hopefully no one's gonna die this time. Hopefully. Hey, Artie. Well met, Master Nun. Thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house. But you, my lord, to you we owe everything. And as you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend, and so they came. By the grace of the Fury they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I must speak with you more, but I must see to my duty. Alright, well, I said hit the button. Well, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait to have you other members to attend before the ceremony begins? I'll wait without no. Excellent. I only hope thankfully the others will not be late. Epical events do not come around very often. Whatever that means. God dang it. Ears. So warm. Hey, you. What's her name again?
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
Don't try anything funny, lady.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
Aw. They probably make a nice little couple.
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood, which they yearn to see restored.
My eyes, dang, what the heck's going on now?
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer.
Oh, no. Stretch the arms.
Brothers and sisters, ye who stand...
Oh shit, cramp in my back. Okay, when you like do a good stretch and like cramp someplace.
When the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we the living can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance.
Yeah, there you go. Bring in peace.
Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Aww. Oh, hey, if I start crying, I'm gonna be real.
Betwixt our peoples yearneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children.
A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Oh, is that supposed to be Shiva? And no, that's freaking nice. Okay.
As they were so long ago, happy and at peace.
That's a good move. I like that.
The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
That's lovely. That is nice. Woo! Let's go. Yeah, peace.
Never!
You son of a. Justinian. Buddy. What's he about to do? Why? Bro, what the frick? Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thornton? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge!
Seven hells.
Oh my gosh, what have you done? Is he?
Damn you, Nidhogg.
Please tell me she's not dead. Please tell me she's not dead.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
That's not the message. That's not the message.
Death to Nidhogg! 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 Death to Nidhogg!
Please tell me she's okay. They were so freaking close. There they go. The last of the guests, having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Yeah, until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some small hope that what you had seen in Arthur's Law was an illusion, perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Amric. For a mercy, Godolphin's wound was not, oh thank God, was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Amric's shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thornton, but to his own kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance like Estinian. God dang it, Estinian. No, God dang it, Nidhogg. There's only 90% left. I'll do one more thing. Okay. Causes and cost. Alphinaud knows at last what he must be. When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confess I envisaged rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the warrior of light, or even my fellow Scion, but to you, Yadaru, my friend. I'm his friend. I just looked at my camera. But not here, no. Ah, but of course, the intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Yeah, let's go there, man. God dang it, Estinian. No, I'm sorry, Nidhogg. How did he even get up there? Like, how did no one detect him? Like, what just happened? If it ain't one thing, it's another. Oh my gosh, I love that glamour. Anyway. What's that in your hand, buddy?
That took longer than expected.
You got ale or you got coffee? I like tea more than I like coffee. What do you got me drinking?
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very falling snows, as Lord Horshfon called it.
Oh, Horshfon.
To believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her.
They're in our hearts. They're never gone.
Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
Alright, Alpha, no. I see your resolve. Yeah. We all did travel together, didn't we? Partial points. To aid those in need.
Lord Orchefon would be proud. I knew you would understand. Together, we will surely find a way.
Thank you, Izaru. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions support our stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infectious power of hope. Right. It is quite enough solemn introspection for one day. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays with us at 4 times mana. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Where am I? Foundation. Saving Estinian. That's the new plan. It's the new goal. But we're not gonna fail. We're not gonna fail him. Oh, are you the quest I abandoned for a bit? Yeah, I thought so. Cutscene! Yet again, we walk an all too familiar path. I am reminded of when we first came to this mana. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return the favor. Here, let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people will we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Yida and Papiamo, or if we gave up hope on bringing Filia back? But she knew it would cost her dearly, and Filia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiac and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascians' aspirations. For all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. There were 7 calamities that happened so far, right? Yeah, I think so. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of actions. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. We will. We will. Ah! What do I want? I want... give me this, I guess. I don't know what that is. It says scouting, though, so I'm assuming it's something ninja or rogue. Ninja, that's what you should be, though. You have learned the emote battle stance.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage.
Yeah? What can you expect?
Enough to fuel a 1000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming.
What is that? Palpable? I think that's the word.
But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
And watch her get flustered and mad about it. Oh no, accepted. Okay. Ah, great. What do you want, Warrior of Darkness? Uh-oh, we're hunting you now. Or keeping an eye out for you, at least. Tancred should not be the one to just do that alone, though, after what happened with him last time in scouting out the enemy.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp.
Just one obstacle remained, though.
It would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Dang it, Estinian, fight this! Hmm? Shingida, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. Not until we know more. She's like Irish, Scottish sort of type deal, but I can't do female and Scottish Irish, I don't think. It's difficult for me. We saw her a little bit, like her eyes and her face at the end of Realm Reborn when they were fighting for their lives. I wonder what she looks like without the entire attire. Who are you? The hell was that? The Gears of Change, first year, to complete the main scenario quest causes and costs. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna stop there. Also, what is this new emote I've learned? Battle stance? Oh, that's cool. Add to favorites. And add to favorites. I like both of those. Yes, 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 yes. What's this? No, what is this? If you don't just go over, do it for Gilly? What? Hold on. What is that down there, dang it? That's it for today, by the way. That's it for today. Had fun. Had fun. Went a little bit longer because I was like, it's so close. Wait, where are we now then? Revenge of the Horde? That sounds bad. But we'll have to figure out what that's all about next time when we play this game. I just want to see something real quick. What are you? Okay, I'll check that out later. Anyway. Put my controller down, put my headphones down so I can get my freaking ears breathed. We're done for the day. Thank you for sticking with me for a bit longer for this Final Fantasy Online stream Sunday. I don't know why I'm doing all these hand movements. I had fun. Had fun. Loving this expansion. It's very dramatic. This is definitely a step up from Realm Reborn, I'd say, story-wise. A lot of twists, turns, and very, very eventful moments. But hey, I'm here for all of it. All of it. So much. Especially at that last one we just had. Freaking Stinian coming back and ruining everything and somewhat cementing his death if he don't get his act together. But anyway, had fun. Hope you had fun too. Thank you to my, how many do we have now? How many is that? That's 168 followers. Thank you, my 168 followers. I really appreciate it. Showing us some love and support. You don't have to, but you do. And you're awesome for it. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, if you're not a follower and you want to become one, or you want to be a supporter and help me out a little bit, simple. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on my Twitch. Follow me on my Twitter. Share my content. Get other people to come in, join, and just chill, have a good time. And what else is there? Contacts. What else is there? Yeah, that's really all you can do to help me out. Subscribe to my YouTube. I think I said that already, but anyway, you know the routine. Help a brother out if you can. You don't have to. It's optional, but if you want to, you'd be awesome in my book. So yeah, please do help a brother out. I'm losing my mind slowly each and every day. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I'm having fun. Anyway, thank you. And again, if you want to, you want to. If you don't, I understand. You don't have to. You don't have to. But with that out of the way, expect me tomorrow with some Hades. I've been playing it a little bit off screen, so I might be at a different area than where you've seen me at last time. But just know I've been trying to play a little bit. I don't like doing that because I actually hit a cut scene. It was just Hades getting mad at Nyx about aiding me. And you know, it's like a mom and dad are fighting scenario. That's what it was kind of like alluding to. So I don't really like playing Hades in the interim because you never know, we might come up with a cutscene or something like that. But I have played a little bit, so I might be in a different area than what you're used to. But anyway, check you tomorrow with some Hades, hopefully. And yeah, I think then that's it. So now, let's wrap it up. And I'll let y'all enjoy some music. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. Love y'all. Take care. And peace.